Robert Jones, my player, Robert Jones. A series started by me, but a journey of a legend, Robert Jones. 10 matches, 10 goals, 2 assists. Start of his career, the youngster of Leicester. Replacing Jamie Vardy, yeah, replacing him. Robert Jones, he was amazing. He quick turn, agility, low gravity, moving fast. Amazing. He was amazing. But last time he appeared on YouTube, it was 2 months ago on 22nd Feb 2021. Why hasn't he appeared since then? That's because the very next episode he picked up an injury of a cruciate ligament which put him out of the game for 8 months. 8 months. Robert was absolutely devastated, wasn't he? He had family problems going around and he was injured, cruciate ligament, and 8 months had passed on. And Robert, when he came back to football, was absolutely amazed to see how bad he was. Because first time after 8 months, he fully recovered. He went on the pitch. He'd lost his touch. He'd lost his ability to turn. He'd lost his agility. He 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 was turning like Harry Maguire. He was playing like Phil Jones. It was absolutely atrocious for him to see how bad he had become, and it was very easy for him to give up early on in his career, but he said no. But there were many times between that injury and that recovery that he thought that it was over for him. His career was over. He wanted to give up football. But then, for the profession for which his family had given so much, he had himself given so much, he couldn't give it up. So, announcing the comeback. The new season is underway, and Robert Jones is ready to take this season by storm. The young striker from England, Leicester City, couldn't capitalize last year as he was suffering due to injuries. But this year, he's back again, and that cruciate ligament injury, it's all cured. Robert looks all set, he's all ready to take the league by storm. But before that, he has a decision to make. Robert has a big decision to make for himself because the question is either he stays at Leicester or he goes away from Leicester. And Robert last year did extremely well, and he got injured. So because of that, he only was able to make 15 appearances for Leicester, in which he scored 11 goals and 2 assists. He's currently valued at 8.5 million. So Robert had a big decision to make, and he's made it. Robert Jones wants to move away from Leicester. He's transfer listed himself. He's asked Brendan Rodgers that he wants to move away from the club, and he's ready to move away because he feels that he needs more game time. Probably take a step back to take a step more further. So, yeah, without any delays, let's get started and let's see which teams come in for Robert Jones. It had gone like what everyone had expected, to be fair. Robert, not many teams were looking to sign him because already in his career he had a major injury. So it was very tough for anyone to go in for Robert. But in the end, there has been an offer made to Robert Jones, and it's come from SD Iba, who are offering Robert Jones £31.5 per week. Wow, that is amazing. And they want to sign Robert, and they are in La Liga as well. This is the right offer for Robert. He's gonna leave the country. He's gonna go to Spain. New challenge. Robert Jones is up for it. La Liga. Here comes Robert Jones. Teams were pretty, you'd say, looking to wait on Robert, but finally it was Iba who made the move for Robert Jones, and here he is, unveiled to the Ibar fans, the number 10 for Ibar, the player, star player, and he's an absolute jaffer of a player. We'll have to see what amount of money was paid. Um, we can't find it out currently, but we'll see. But as of what it is, Robert Jones has moved to Iba for a fee that should be around, you're looking at his value, it should be around 12-13 million. He's moved to Iba, and today's episode we're gonna play his first game for Ibar. Let's go. When Robert signed for the club, he signed on 24th or 23rd of August. Since then, he hasn't played in 4 matches. Even in the 5th match against Getafe, he didn't play. And the manager is saying he needs to get acclimatized to the, you can say, the language and all of that. And now he is playing. He has been selected, and Robert Jones is gonna get an opportunity to play his first game for Iba. He has to make this count. Robert Jones has to make this chance count. If he doesn't, this could well be really tough for him. So he has to make this count, and hopefully he can. So yeah, without any delays, let's get started. It's a player debut for Robert Jones. How big is this for the youngster? Oh, this is very big. In rainy conditions here in La Liga at Ibar's home ground, Robert Jones has got an opportunity. Finally he gets the opportunity and he kicks things off, does Robert. And of course he's the number 10 for Ibar, so there's a lot of responsibility to begin with. And first game in Spain in rainy conditions, and the manager trusts him. So let's see. Not really in the beginning, of course, Robert was dropped and all, but yeah, it would be tough coming in a new country, new language, new players. Robert doesn't know much about it, so it was always going to be tough getting into the team. Now Robert has got an opportunity. He has to make this count. Robert has to make this opportunity count. He has to just show that he is the one. He's the right one for the job. And now he's on the counter here. Here's Robert Jones. He can run at the defenders pretty quickly. He can work with pace as well. And here he is. He's passed on. Here comes Robert Jones. A bit of an heavy touch. Puts in a delivery. Oh, great pass by Robert Jones. He's getting on the act. Here, Robert. This from Iba. And Iba's aim for season is to stay up probably. So they need Roberts' goals to stay up. But it's been great defending from Athletic Bilbao. They're a good side, Athletic. It's always going to be tough playing against them. Oh, come on. I think Robert has this big lesson here. He's got to score today. This is his chance. The chance he's been waiting for. And he's 1v1 here. Robert Jones, he's lethal from 1v1 positions. And Robert Jones has scored his first goal for Iba. And it's come with an amazing play with his strike partner. And amazingly, 1v1 up against the keeper, never in doubt, was Robert Jones, number 10 for Iba. His first goal in La Liga, and he's back with a bang. That's what Robert does so well. The cruciate ligament injury, the pain of not being able to play football for nearly 8 months. Wow, what a pain that is. Defend here. And that's played in. And here's Robert on his way, and here he is making some space for himself. He's seen a fellow teammate And in here is Robert. Robert Jones has a brace on debut. Robert Jones muscles away. Brace on debut for Robert Jones. What a player he is. That's what he's all about. The small little turns, the getting into the gaps, and that is what he's all about, Robert. 2 goals in La Liga, his brace on debut. I'm nearly coughing, but can't tell you how pumped up I am. Robert, what a comeback for him. This is a dream comeback, and you know what? He could be on for a hat trick here, Robert. He could be on for a hat trick. He's played it in towards Robert, and he's got it back. He's got it back. He's trying to. Oh, tried to do a little skill there, Robert. Didn't quite come out. Done this game. This is amazing from Rob. But when you have a good performance on debut, like the pressure only increases. The pressure only increases when you have a good performance on debut. It only does increase that pressure. So yeah, we keep it. Let's see what we can do. Robert on the ball, and that's it. 2-0 to Aiba, and Robert Jones on debut has done exceptionally well for Aiba. This is amazing from Robert. I just love this. 100% shooting, 2 shots, 2 goals, and that's what you personally need when you are at a, what you can say, you're at kind of a lower division club. You can't waste many chances, and the manager had all good things to say about him. So what I was saying is, you can't miss many chances when you are at club like Aiba, who are fighting for mid-table, and mid-table puddle is where you don't want to get in. So Robert, amazing player, and he's off and running here. Robert, he is off and running, and I am off and running with this series. It's gonna be the most consistent series on this channel. I give you the promise. Across May, it's gonna be Robert all the way. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like for Robert Jones and subscribe to the channel as well, so that you don't miss out on any of the latest contents. So yeah, till then, see you, and yeah, bye bye.